So this question is from the 2021 paper one. I'm just going to go through it now. Question 12, Clare Limited, and it's a disposal of a non-current asset. So the idea of the disposal account is it's a temporary account. The idea at the end is that we work out a profit or loss, which is going to be transferred to the income statement. So what we need to find out is the original cost of the asset that's been disposed of, how much depreciation has been applied to date, how much we sold the asset for, or indeed part exchanged it, if that's how we disposed of it, and then any balancing entry is going to go off to the income statement. So if we just look at the question, the bookkeeper of Clare Limited is completing the accounts for the year ending 30th of April 2021. On the 23rd of April, Clare sold some equipment for $27,500, for which they received a cheque. The equipment originally cost $67,500 when purchased on the 1st of May 2017, and they tell us that depreciation is charged using the reducing balance method at a rate of 33.33% per annum. So the first thing to say about that is whenever we see 33 1/3, don't try and do that in your calculator. Just divide the net book value by 3. It'll be far simpler and far less danger. The danger with using 33 1/3, if you try and do that on a calculator, you end up with 33.3 or some sort of rounding error. So just divide by 3 is a fail-safe way of dealing with it. So the disposal account, we've got this equipment that had originally cost $67,500. So that's going to be credited out of the non-current asset account at cost, and then debited into the disposal account. So we're going to pop that in there, equipment, and that's at the original cost of $67,500. The next thing we need to do is work out what the provision for depreciation would have been at the time they sold the asset. Now we've got a full year's depreciation being charged in the year of purchase and none in the year of disposal. So we don't want to charge any depreciation for the period from the 1st of May 2020 up until the 23rd of April, but we do need to charge depreciation. It was bought on the 1st of May 2017. It was still there at the 30th of April 2018, and so it was still there at the 30th of April 2019, and it was still there at the 30th of April 2020. So we've actually got 3 years worth of depreciation to do. The original cost was $67,500. In year 1, the depreciation would have been a third of that, so $67,500 divided by 3 is $22,500, which leaves us with a net book value at the end of year 1 of $45,000. Year 2's depreciation, we're dividing that net book value by 3 again, because we're doing a third. 33 1/3% is the same as dividing by 3, remember, so that's £15,000 of depreciation there, which leaves us a net book value at the end of year 2 of $30,000, and then in year 3 we're going to apply another 33 1/3, we'll divide that by 3 to get the depreciation. So the net book value by the time we come to sell the asset is £20,000, and the depreciation accounts for the difference, so the difference between 20 and 67,500. If we add those 3 figures together, we get 47,500 in depreciation. So we can debit that to the provision for depreciation account and credit it to the disposal account. So provision for debt, 47,500. So what we've ended up with in the disposal account now is the net book value, the difference between the cost and the provision for depreciation, £20,000. We've sold the asset, if you look there, for $27,500. They received a cheque. Well, if they received a cheque, the only thing they can do with that is pay it in the bank. Money in the bank is debited, so debit the bank and credit the disposal account with $27,500. And then the difference on this account is going off to the income statement, and it's actually going to be a profit on disposal. We're debiting the disposal account, we're going to credit the income statement with the difference, $7,500. So now both sides should add up to the same amount. Remember, we don't want any balance carried down on our disposal account, so both sides need to add up to the same amount. Just check working there with my calculator, 75,000. Job done, 6 marks. Thanks for watching.